It's working. This is so funny. Like, I really have been trying to go live for like the past 5 minutes and I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I'm sitting here like, is it working? Is it not working? Let me refresh. What do I do? And here we are. So it worked. Okay. I wanted to talk about a couple of things today. We had some hiccups, but we're here. Yay. Um, it feels good to be back in the YouTube space. It really does. I'm okay, so I have this here. It looks like it's working now. Ooh, okay. I don't know what's going on. Like, what happened? Why it would refuse to work? I don't understand. Let me try to see what happened. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it now. Yeah, this was really, really weird. I don't know, but we're here. I'm not complaining. I'm just happy it's working. Like legitimately happy it's working. Um, but hello, how are you? This is KJ from KJ Around the World. If you're new here, hi, welcome. It's been almost a year since my last YouTube video. I haven't done a live. I haven't done shorts. It's been a while. I hope the audio is working because I feel like I'm super quiet, but we're gonna hope for the best. So why am I here? First, I'm here to talk about the podcast. Um, what happened to the podcast? Is it coming back? I'm sure people are asking. I know my daughter's been asking. I know acquaintances and friends and people who follow me on other platforms are like, what happened to the podcast? Where's the podcast? Um, the podcast has been on hiatus. I don't even know where to begin when it comes to sitting down and planning out episodes and organizing episodes and putting together a plan for who to interview. Like it this isn't something that you can knock out in 5-10 minutes, right? Like it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to put together a podcast episode. And I don't have the bandwidth to do it. Or well, I didn't have the bandwidth to do it, let's be honest. If you've seen my last video, my last upload, I talked about where I've been, what I've been doing, dealing with loss and grief, and having to kind of like build myself back into a space of being out here, right? Being in these YouTube streets. And it's been a lot. And I didn't know where to begin. I didn't know what to do, right? Like, honestly, it was just like, I don't know if I'll ever sit down in front of the camera again. And shout out to Our Black Utopia. I was watching Rick and Halisi the other day, and they were talking about, getting on YouTube and being able to share what you know, share what you love, talk about the things that make a difference in your life, and just getting out there. And I said to myself, they're right. um, I love talking about travel. I love talking about food and teaching and being out in the world. And why not go back to talking about that? And so slowly but surely, I've been toying with the idea of getting back on YouTube. And with that comes getting back to the podcast, right? The podcast was my baby. Like, really, it was my baby. My first season, I turned it into a book. Shout out to Danielle Dessert Corbett, who gave me the inspiration to do that. Um, and in all honesty, all of these people, Rashida Dow, Stephanie Perry, Danielle, Rick and Halisi, like all of these amazing people who are around and in the YouTube space who have inspired me and giving me, tools and resources to go out and speak up about things that I'm passionate about has helped me to do things that I love. And I hope that I can be that inspiration to you, right, in this space to keep you informed and inspired about teaching abroad, about teaching from anywhere, whether it's remote or in another country, and being able to experience the world in that instance, right? I want to be able to do that for you as others who have done, inspirational things for me. So if this is something that you're interested in, hang out, stick around. This is a space that's open, it's free. I want you to feel comfortable when you show up. I want you to feel as though this space is for you. And I'm not here to hurt anyone or disrespect anyone. I'm just here to spread love, understanding, and be open and share inspiration and share information, and be an inspiration to others, especially Black women who feel invisible and feel as though they can't take up space. So I just wanted to say hello and just share who I am, a little bit about me, and why I'm here. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit today about where I currently am in bringing the podcast back. And if you're new again, my podcast was called Love's Teaching Will Travel. I had some amazing people on from season one to season three. I had teachers who were in Nigeria, China, teachers who have left teaching altogether and gone into business, teachers who have taught in different locations, whether it was Colombia or going to Spain. Um, it's was such an amazing experience to connect with people who bring such inspiration to this world. I think back to Latrice from Paris She Code and how she inspired me with her fashion. I mean, girl could dress. Like every time I see, I'm like, ooh, Latrice. Like girl could dress, and she has all the style. And she took her knowledge, her expertise, and her experience and went to Paris. And she was teaching and got into, she's always been into luxury fashion, but she really was able to make it a business for herself in Paris. And I was so inspired by her and by wow, how did I draw a blank? Where did my brain go? Where did my brain go? Because I literally just got a newsletter from her like yesterday. Where did my brain go? Kirsten. Kirsten, who's in Spain. Shout out to Kirsten. She's awesome. Kirsten, who's in Spain, and she was teaching English, and now she's doing so many amazing things. She's written for so many amazing publications as well. So these women aren't just out here, doing little things, like they're doing big things, and I'm so proud of them and so inspired by them. And the podcast was a way for me to share these experiences and inspire people who feel like, maybe teaching isn't for me anymore, and maybe I want to try a different type of teaching, or people who are burnt out and they're just like, you know what, I'm done with teaching, and they want to try a different path, right? And so being able to connect with these amazing women and gain such knowledge and insight, it has helped me. And being able to write a book on this and being able to share it with the world, I know it's definitely inspired other people, because I've had people reach out to me about the impact it's had on them. So the podcast was my baby. It's still my baby. It's something that I wanted to bring to the world, and I'm very proud that I was able to bring it to the world. But it took a pause, right? After my dad passed away, I just didn't know how to start from scratch again. I believe I was up to like season four. I was supposed to be starting season four, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Usually the podcast ran kind of like my work schedule, like it was by semester, right? So I'd run it from like September to like December, and then I'd run it from like February to May or June. And even with the last season, like I'd cut it off, I believe in April. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And so over the summer, I had the opportunity to travel. I had the opportunity to feel inspired again. And, I'm still in a space of healing, still in a space of grief, and getting through that loss, but I feel like I am ready to step back into podcasting. I really do. Is it nerve-wracking? Yeah. Am I afraid? Yeah. And I'm not afraid of a lot of things, but I'm a little nervous. I'm a little afraid. Um, Spotify's been a bit janky, so, like, I have to find a new platform now, to work on the podcast. In the past, I've talked to people, mentors and such, and they've said perhaps doing podcast videos might work best for you. So just thinking about how to transition into a different type of podcasting platform and outlet and formatting. It's going to be really interesting, but I'm looking forward to it. Like, I'm actually looking forward to getting into a space of, okay, like this is what we're doing. We're interviewing people again. We're connecting with people again. We're reaching out to people in our network. I've been on LinkedIn, people. So I've definitely expanded my network beyond social media. I mean, beyond like Instagram and Twitter and things like that. So I've expanded my reach. I've connected with new people. I even connected with a woman who has been talking to me about her, inspiration to move to Spain. I believe she said in next year, in 2 years. Um, so I've been connecting with a lot of people that I would be excited to bring on the podcast. So the important thing for me was being able to settle and sit with my grief and sit with what has been happening to me, and then coming out on the other side of that. Although I'm still going through it, I feel like I'm getting through it, right? And where's my son? My light is going away. I've got to hurry up. Being on the other side of that and feeling that now I'm ready to take that step to start podcasting again and having topics that I want to bring to you, it was important for me to remember my why. Like, why am I doing this? Why is this important to me? Why do I want to bring this information to people? Why do I want to share these stories with people? And remembering my why and knowing, the importance for me to bring this information to people and to inspire people was what helped me get through making the decision to get back into podcasting. And I'm excited about it. I'm ready for it. The podcast is going to be going in a different direction. Not too much of a different direction, but it's going in a bit of a different direction. Things have been changing in my life and, moving and grooving, and I have so much that I'm excited to share with you, and that'll be, it'll be on the podcast, and you'll be able to hear my story and know what I've been doing the past year and the journey I've been on the past year, and hopefully it can be inspirational to you. Hopefully you feel that this is a direction that you'd like to go in, and perhaps with that inspiration and the information that I provide, you feel that, teaching abroad or teaching from anywhere is a path that you'd like to take. So it's been great to hop in on the live. It's been great to breathe a sigh of relief now that I'm getting back into the groove of things and getting back out here in YouTube world. Because I did miss it, and I feel that even though sometimes it can be nerve-wracking sitting in front of a camera, it can be nerve-wracking, putting your things out there in the world. I've had comments. I've had people send me funky comments. I've had people, you know, I'm not gonna say make me feel uncomfortable, but I've had people say things that I was like, okay, what did I do to you?" But I'm okay with that, and I'm okay with sharing my story. I'm okay with sharing the story of others and inspiring people to move forward with their lives and do something different and take risks. I think the important message here is to take risks. If it's the one thing that I've learned over the past year, besides taking care of my health, um, if there's one thing that I've learned, it's the importance of taking risks and not being afraid of life, not being afraid of doing things differently. So many times as Black women, we're so afraid to go against the grain. We're so afraid to do things different because of what other people might think. But I think I've gotten to the point in my life where I literally I don't care. Um, like, I don't care. I want to do the things that make me happy. I want to do the things that inspire other women. I want to do the things that help people to feel that they're living their best authentic lives. And so I'm here for it. I'm here to get back into these YouTube streets, as I keep saying. I know I keep saying these YouTube streets, but that's what it feels like for me. Because although I've been watching, people in the Exodus Summit crew, and so many new people have come on. It has been good going to the meetups in person and connecting with so many amazing people, especially for our New York group. Um, so being able to take what I've learned and what has motivated me and kept me inspired these past couple months, being able to share that with you and being able to bring that to you is something that I feel good about. And I look forward to the next couple weeks, right? Just like taking time to get on live, post uploads, create shorts. Like, I have so much content from our travel over the summer, and I just want to be able to share that with you and get back into the podcasting and share those inspirational stories with you, because it's important. It's important to us, especially in these times. And you know hopping on a live feels good. I don't know when I'm going to be doing these lives. So I want to say, hey, I'll be here every Friday, but I don't know. Um, the important thing is that we're here. If you feel like you have any questions or anything you'd like to add, drop them in the chat, drop them in the comments. I'll definitely be available to answer any questions that you might have about Love's Teaching Will Travel, or any past episodes or things that you're curious about. Reach out to me. By the way, these lovely, lovely earrings I got in Spain. They're like my favorite thing to wear these days. um, and just connect with me when you feel that you want to feel inspired, and subscribe. Yeah, don't forget to do that. Subscribe to the channel. Let's remember the housekeeping things, right? Like, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, do all the things, because it shows YouTube that you care. It shows YouTube that you want to see my content. Something that I was taken aback by was, even within my absence, I feel like probably around December, when I was like, maybe I might get back into this, I checked my YouTube and I was like, oh my gosh, I got all these comments. I still had like a lot of views. I'm like, wow, they care, right? Like, they want to know what's going on, and they're curious, and it felt good knowing that people were still interested in the content that I had available. And even though I wasn't uploading, like, my content was still interesting to people. So thank you to those people who were still sticking around. Thank you to the subscribers. Like, I appreciate each and every one of you. You have made this worthwhile. So that is it for me today. Hopefully next time around I will connect with you again. See ya. Bye.